putting you with a journey. If anything, I'm putting you on a jersey. With a feet from Berlin.
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K. Here in the middle of the season, injuries can certainly pile up. Greg, how does a team hold it together when it's missing important pieces?
Kevin, it's all about communication and being ready to step up. As long as you keep working as a unit, you can cover for missing bodies.
Here are the five for the Clippers. George and Leonard are the forwards. Powell is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. Now, here's Trent. Siakam outside. Three-pointer. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
They were very patient, and that was the difference. It's hard to be patient, I know, but look at the outcome they had.
They get it again. Quick start here for the Clippers in this one. It's a 5-point game. Shoots from the high post. Again, Los Angeles.
When Kawhi gets to his spot in the mid-range, he is automatic, one of the best in the game.
Leonard against Siakam. And they get it. And the Raptors miss again. For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. If we look at the Raptors, Smitty, it has not been easy replicating the success they had back in 2019.
Yeah, Toronto's had a bit of a roller coaster ride since then. They've had some good seasons, but the consistency hasn't been there for them.
Hurdle. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Improving as a passer, Siakam showing a willingness to get it to open teammates.
Leonard, that's for 2. Siakam pulls it in.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Quickly finds Barnes. Trent outside. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
Wow, a quick shot by Gary. The defense, they had no chance.
The shot's good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Barnes outside. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Siakam kicks to quickly. It's hauled in by Paul George.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Corner shot, and the shot is long. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. They trail by 6. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
For 3, Siakam drills the 3-pointer.
A shot that Siakam continues to hone. Needs to keep taking and making threes.
Westbrook kicks to Leonard. Takes the 3. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Siakam deciding where to go with it. Stolen by Zubac. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Leonard has a great feel for when the defender is just a little out of position.
The Raptors making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in for Paul George.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Here's quickly. From outside, off the mark. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Look at the Clippers. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific.
And when you look at the Clippers, it's been the kind of start to their season that a lot of experts were predicting. And by that, I mean a very strong start.
They're just getting warmed up. As good as they've been so far, they've got the potential and the talent to get even better as we get deeper into the season.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Now, here's Quickly. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis. Misses the three.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it. Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Smitty, we know the list of players from Cameroon is short, but very talented.
Yes, it is, Kevin. Pascal Siakam, one of the few players out of Cameroon. Another one, Joel Embiid. That's a lot of talent. Nice vision from Kawhi Leonard, scanning the floor and finding a ready shooter to feed.
Raptors trail by 9. So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
And the Raptors with some changes. Dix checked in for Gary Trent, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Quickly. The Clippers also making some changes. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Zubac. Amir Coffey comes in for Norman Powell. And Bones Highland subbed in for Russell Westbrook. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
I think what you love about Pascal Siakam, he never stops working on his game, and he's self-motivated.
Daniels is checked in for Toronto. Now here's Leonard. He had 28 points in the win against the Lakers.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
Now Schroeder. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Shot from 12. The shot, no good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Raptors trail by 8. McDaniels in the post. The shot off that time. Down low. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And Barrett gets it to go.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call.
The pass to man. It's stolen by Barrett. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We come back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
So with Westbrook on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Man in at shooting guard with George at small forward. Plumlee out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Highland in at the point. And Smitty, we know when it comes to the Clippers, they seem to go as Kawhi Leonard goes.
No doubt, Kevin. The only year they didn't make the playoffs with him, he was hurt. But when he's healthy, they are dangerous.
Now, here is George. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. A nice shot by George.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Stolen by George. Highland with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Bucket is good. Highland's got his first 2 points of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Barnes.
Showing the grit. Scotty Barnes holds his own in the paint.
Leonard, that's for 2. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
Boucher drills it from outside.
So much versatility out of Boucher, showing the fast hands on that shot.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And the Raptors with some changes. Trent comes in for Chris Boucher. And quickly in for Dennis Schroeder. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Brownie's checked in for Leonard. Highland's shot is good.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
This is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Now, here is Young. Trent can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And there's Paul George on the assist by Brown. George has got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. Here's Quickly. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to George. There's the three. Drops in the tray. George has got 7 points here in this quarter.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Now, here's Barrett. He has 5. 5 to shoot. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Here's Quickly. And again, no good by Toronto.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Pirtle, he's checked in for Young. And you think of height as an advantage in basketball, but Greg, the versatility at such a premium. Can you be too tall in today's NBA?
It's a valid question. The two biggest concerns for 7-footers are mobility and durability. To move the way they need to puts a lot of strain on those lower extremities.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Clippers.
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and their focus.
And they are also just outworking the opposition in transition. When the break is on, they've continued to find ways to score.
Now, here's Barrett. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Nice shot by Pirtle.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Here's Mann. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's Barrett. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Barrett's got 9 points.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Plumlee. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Brown. Norman Powell's checked in for George. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Terrence Mann.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Barrett. He's got 9. Pirtle's shot is off.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
8 playoff appearances, Steve, in the last 10 years. Just seems like a matter of time before the Raptors catch fire again.
You know, Kevin, every team is 1 or 2 acquisitions away. They may just get one of these guys and spark a deep playoff run.
Pass to Powell. Up top, Zubac. Pass to Leonard. 1:11 left in the first half of the game. Can't connect from 14 feet out. And here's Barrett. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
Now Leonard. After R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Siakam. And Pirtle has it in the corner. Lets it fly. And again, no good by Toronto.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Quickly the pass to Siakam. He feeds it to Barrett. Stolen by Highland. Bounce pass from Westbrook. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Highland.
Substitution on the court.
Just 4 seconds left here in the second. Here's Pirtle. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
There's no doubt Zubac will stand his ground defensively. He will not give up an easy look.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way.
Their defense has been garbage, giving up all those easy looks. I could do better right now getting stops.
At least there's some kind of presence on the rim.
Now let's change gears and talk a little bit about All-Star. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Big men on the floor for him. It's Siakam and Pirtle. Trent and Barnes share the wing. And it's quickly in a point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Love shooting it from deep. Gary Trent Jr. with solid three-point numbers.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's George. The turnaround jumper. Count it. George has got 11.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
On the wing, Barnes. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Injuries have hampered Paul George over the last few years, but when he's healthy, he's elite.
Greg, he's still a go-to option offensively who can guard the league's top wings. And as he's aged, he's really embraced a leadership role.
And there's the pass to Siakam. And good that time. 6 points for him.
Wiry, strong Pascal Siakam with the nice move in that painted area.
And here's George for 3. And it's George again missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Passes it to Pirtle. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's quickly missing. Clippers leading by 12. Westbrook passes to George. Westbrook with the steal. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, one of the toughest things NBA referees are asked to judge are carrying violations, where the ball comes to rest at mid-dribble. Now, Warriors coach Steve Kerr says they've been doing it ever since Allen Iverson convinced the referees that it wasn't a carry. It is a carry, but the whole league's been doing it. Kevin?
Yep, you're right. We've seen it. David, thanks. George dishes to Leonard. From about 19 feet, the shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. Barnes against George. Pass to Trent. Barnes outside. Pass to Siakam. Russell Westbrook with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And the Clippers call time here. The Raptors making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. Leonard, that's for 2. Rebound by the Raptors.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Here's Barrett. He's got 9. To the inside. Pirtle. That one good for 2. Pirtle's got 6 points.
Really nice work. Pirtle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
Lets a floater go. And there's Paul George on the assist by Westbrook.
High offensive IQ. He makes great reads and adjustments on the fly.
Siakam for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Kawhi putting it all together in this one. You don't even have to check the stats to determine his impact.
Big T that time from Leonard.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Young's checked in for Pirtle. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Gary Trent. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Quickly. Raptors trail by 17. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Schroeder finds Barrett. They need this. And the rejection by Zubac.
Great awareness on defense there. Zubac relishes blocking shots.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Here's Schroeder.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
They get it back to the wing on the left. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
PG-13 showing shades of his younger self with that quick shot.
Toronto calls timeout. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Good decision to regather. Talk it over. Your main concern now is how to slow this guy down on the offensive end.
Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Scotty Barnes comes in for Porter. And then for the Clippers, Mason Plumlee's checked in for Zubac. And Bones Island subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Schroeder looking over the floor. He gets it in there. Schroeder's got his first bucket in this one.
When you combine his quickness and his ball handling, Dennis is very elusive.
Raptors trail by 18. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
With 1 on the clock, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Los Angeles, controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. So with Leonard on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Man in at shooting guard with George at small forward. Brown out there with Plumlee. And it's Highland in at the 1. Brown against Boucher. And it's Brown missing. The Raptors shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Young finds Schroeder. Young's shot is off. Clippers leading by 20. And the pass to Mann. Lets the three fly. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss. And here's Toronto. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. That will kick off a 6-game road trip. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play is under review.
Make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And Dennis Schroeder, from the moment he came into the league, showed tremendous confidence. He's never been the type to back down.
And George with the stuff.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Raptors trail by 20. From the line, it doesn't go for him. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Shots good from Young.
Backed by great length, I'd call Young a reliable interior scoring option.
Kicks it to Plumlee. Here's Mann diving in, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, easy call.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Clippers.
I think the mid-range game has been a go-to option for them in this game. And when it's working like it is for them, I see no reason to make a change.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Young. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Westbrook's checked in.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the court.
Here's George, and he drives in. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And the focus Paul George has. Outstanding job finding a way to score on physical defense.
And the Clippers making a change here. Highland's checked in. What do you think of the league's most recent CBA, Greg, that 7-year deal just signed?
Well, Kevin, the NBA and Players Association both need to be commended. Labor peace through the rest of the decade. Most pro sports don't have this kind of stability.
6 on the shot clock. Barrett kicks it over to Schroeder. From past the arc. The Clippers grab the miss. Plumlee's got 8 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
George passes to Westbrook. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 5 assists tonight.
Love what Paul George is doing right there, spotting those wide open guys.
Stolen by George. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball.
Don't you love the chemistry? Those guys work so well together in the open floor.
The Raptors have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Barrett. Pass to Boucher. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And for NBA champion Chris Boucher, Steve, his story is one of perseverance.
Yes, it is, Kevin. Homeless in Montreal, Chris Boucher dropped out of high school at 16 to get a job, and that's when he started playing organized basketball. He kept grinding, and the rest is history.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Trent comes in for R.J. Barrett. And quickly in for Dennis Schroeder. The Raptors shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Barnes screen on Highland. Here's Quickly. And he finishes nicely on the lane.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
It's Brown on the wing. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Boston's checked in. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Brown against Siakam. Barnes outside. A three-pointer, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Highland. No good on the three. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Toronto Raptors. Siakam for three. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
A foul can't hold Pascal Siakam's shot back. He commits to the play and gets it in the air.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Young's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Porter comes in for Barnes. R.J. Barrett's checked in for Gary Trent. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Quickly. That one falls.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Toronto's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now Barrett. And with NBA's upcoming broadcasting deal, Steve, starting in 2025, a lot of streaming services vying to carry games.
Kevin, we'll see how it plays out. But with those additional media outlets and the bidding, the sense is the next deal could be a doozy.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for George.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Fires top of the key. Man can't hit. There's 38 seconds left in the game. Barrett, no good.
At some point, when you recognize someone's this out of rhythm, you have to shift to something else.
Here's Highland. Nailed from three-point land.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Second chance shot. Man gets the bucket. Here's Siakam. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Kawhi. The defense, of course, keyed in on slowing you down tonight, but your teammates stepped up. How important is that for you?
It feels great, you know. That's what a championship team is about. You know, when your star's not going or they double teaming you, and you got other guys knocking out big shots like they did tonight.
The others came correct, man, and you got the dub. Congrats. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now, let's check out our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.